God, we're so far into the show, but I'm sorry. I have to do this because it's in the notes. I'm sorry, Zander. Nick, I know you have one more book you want to talk about, but I challenge you to keep it under 5 minutes.
Sure. Put me on the clock.
Okay.
Set the timer.
Yep, someone out there, please start.
I also read Hellboy Winter Special, The Yule Cat, story and art by Matt Smith, not the Doctor Who one. Colors by Chris O'Halloran, perhaps best known for coloring Ice Cream Man, amongst of other bunch of great books. Letters by Clem Robbins. Again, here he is. So I really love these sort of one-off issues. We've had a couple of these winter specials, probably had them consecutively since maybe 2017. Just these little nice, maybe 30-page standalone issues. You really don't need to have read borderline anything else, unless maybe this is your very first experience with Hellboy, which, even thinking about that now, would probably still be perfectly fine.
Sure.
This story takes place in Reykjavik, Iceland, 1990. He's brought in to deal with this, local disturbance, and he meets up with this anthropology professor named Professor Larusen, and he's sort of talking with him about what they're going to do that day and look into it. And while they're doing that, him and Larusen are dropping Larusen's kids off at school. It's just a funny little scene because as the kids walk away, one of them goes, "Bye, Mr. Hell," to Hellboy. And it's just another one of these like great moments where like you would think kids would be like super unchill about the fact that there's like this giant demon wearing a massive trench coat walking around all the time, and yet like kids are actually the most like unperturbed in almost all Hellboy stories by like the fact that Hellboy is a thing. It's like, it's great. For those unaware, Smith drew Folklords at Boom with Matt Kint. He also drew Hellboy in Love and Hellboy the Bones of Giants, the latter of which actually had the exact same art team as the Winter Special.
Nice.
This book follows this legend, and I'm just going to butcher the Icelandic language here, of the Jólakaturin. It's this folk tale where a big cat eats children that didn't work hard enough throughout the year to earn new clothes for Christmas.
Okay.
It sounds pretty on brand for most Scandinavian legends.
Sure does.
And it's a real legend. Oh, I mean, like, the cat's not real. I mean, I don't think the cat is real.
You don't know
but
that.
The story is real. Yeah. If you Google it, it's like an established Scandinavian folktale, which is always really fun when you like, whenever you're reading a Hellboy book and they'll be like, oh, this is like the ancient Gnostic gospel or whatever. And like, it becomes a game of, well, is this real or is this made up bullshit for the book?
Right.
And of course, most of the time it's real. This is another one of those issues.
That's cool.
Smith is fast becoming probably my favorite modern Hellboy artist, and O'Halloran is really nice to have on colors. I love Dave Stewart. I know he probably like smashes his fist through the wall every time he isn't the one coloring a Hellboy book, a la like Adam Driver.
Sure.
And it's like not him, and he doesn't get the call. But for these tonally lighter issues, comparatively tonally lighter issues, I think O'Halloran is actually a better pick.
Danny, did we come in at 5 minutes on the dot, or?
We did it.
My Nick.
Very nice.
I'm so proud of you.
Congratulations.
So proud of you.
It's an episode 400.
Yeah.
Episode 400 experience.
Little miracle, yeah.
Yeah, miracle.
Yeah.
I will just add my 30 seconds here because
Please.
I also read this book. I love that it's about a whole thing that's like a real life mythology, but also something that I had never heard of. So that's really cool. I love these little one shots from Hellboy. That's all the Hellboy I need. I don't think that I'll ever go back and read all the BPRD stuff, but just a quarterly Hellboy, or the giant robot thing that just happened. Like, that's what I want from Hellboy.
Heck yeah.
These little stories. So definitely recommend.
Nice. Well, Nick, again, I'm so proud of you for keeping it under 5 minutes here.